The Young and the Restless Spoilers. Oh my God, besties. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Friday, a beautiful day to absolutely lose our collective minds over the most chaotic television I have ever witnessed in my entire life. I am literally filming this while I'm running errands because I just had to jump on here and vent. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. I was mid skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug when this scene dropped. And I literally had to yeet my phone across the room because my brain could not process the absolute cinematic mayhem unfolding on my screen. Okay, so basically, we are in the emergency room, right? The hospital lighting is giving sterile fluorescent nightmare, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a scalpel. Nick Newman is literally fighting for his life, writhing in absolute agony from that tainted drug batch that Matt Clark, who is straight up a demon from the underworld, planted. The stakes are astronomical, you guys. Adam is pacing around like a caged tiger. The doctors are doing the most with their medical jargon, and Sharon is genuinely falling apart in the waiting area. And I am personally offended by how much trauma Sharon has to endure. Bestie, be for real right now. Hasn't she suffered enough? She has survived cults, kidnappings, and endless drama, and now she has to watch the love of her life flatline. I was physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of the writers. But wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Nick is unconscious in the ICU, fighting off fentanyl and cocaine poisoning. So when Sharon's phone lights up in her purse and the caller ID says Nick is video calling her, I literally screamed into my pillow. I thought I was hallucinating. I thought maybe Nick woke up and miraculously grabbed his phone, or maybe a nurse was calling her from his room. But no. Oh my God. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. The screen connects, and it is not Nick. It is Matt Clark's horribly scarred, terrifying face staring back at her with that unhinged, sadistic smirk. I am hyperventilating right now, just thinking about it. He's literally looking into the camera like he's our real life neighbor and he just borrowed a cup of sugar. But no, he's a literal psychopath. And don't even get me started on the vibes. The lighting on his face was giving major horror movie villain, like, who approved that aesthetic choice? The shadows were clinging to his scars, making him look like a sleep paralysis demon. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay. Back to the main event. Matt tells Sharon he has the absolute truth about the poison drugs. He dangles this information like a carrot, knowing exactly how to manipulate her because he is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with him. He whispers to her through the phone, promising that if she comes to this specific abandoned warehouse district, he will tell her exactly what the poison is, implying there might be an antidote to save Nick. He is weaponizing her love. He is weaponizing her desperation. It's a high-octane psychological masterpiece of a manipulation tactic. And Sharon, my sweet, problematic friend, falls right into the trap. Now, this is the part where I started screaming at my TV so loud my dog started barking. Sharon decides to go meet him alone. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on. Yes, she goes alone. She doesn't tell Adam. She doesn't call the Genoa City Police Department. She doesn't even leave a sticky note on a chair. She just straight up sneaks out of the hospital's sliding glass doors to go to this random abandoned warehouse district in Las Vegas. Like, girl, we are invested, but you are making it so hard to defend you right now. I know her lifelong bond with Nick is basically her entire personality at this point, and she would literally walk through fire for him. But this is Matt Clark, the man who just orchestrated a deadly overdose. I was clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of her reckless choices. It's giving major, I cannot even energy, and we are spilling all the tea right now about how wildly dangerous this is. She gets into a car, and the drive over there is filmed with this super gritty, dark filter. She's gripping the steering wheel, crying, completely desperate, and I am just sobbing with her while simultaneously wanting to shake her by the shoulders. He pulls up to this warehouse district that looks like it hasn't seen a human soul since 1998, and the background noise. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but did anyone else notice that weird dripping background noise in the scene? It sounded like a leaky faucet, but in an echoing chamber of doom, and it honestly distracted me for a solid 10 seconds before my grip on reality started slipping again. The wind is howling, the vibes are genuinely rancid, and Sharon is walking through the shadows, calling out for Matt. The camera angles are all tilted and chaotic, perfectly matching my 3 a.m. manic energy. She's looking for answers about the drugs, hoping she can find a cure to save Nick, because that's who she is, a martyr for love. But we all know this is a trap. We are all screaming at the Gansett screen, and then, boom, Matt steps out of the literal shadows. I am not okay. He doesn't even give her a chance to speak or demand the truth. He just lunges from the darkness, and Kong ches her. He grabs her and hits her with a rag soaked in chloroform or some kind of heavy tranquilizer. Bestie, I lost it. I was clutching my chest because my heart rate was at an all-time high. Sharon fights for like half a second, her eyes wide with pure terror, before her eyes roll back and she just collapses into his arms. The violation, the absolute disrespect. Matt is literally treating her like a pawn on a chessboard, and I am spiraling over his choices. He doesn't want to kill her right then and there, which is honestly so unhinged, because a normal villain would just end it and run. But no, Matt's stakes are so much higher than just getting rid of Sharon. He is playing a long, twisted game of mental chess. Cut to the next scene, and I am hyperventilating all over again. Sharon wakes up, but she's not tied to a chair. She's not in a locked room. You guys, she is inside a literal iron cage, like an animal. Stop what you are doing and process that with me. An iron cage. The sheer audacity of this plot is breaking my brain. She wakes up, groggy and terrified, grabs the rusty iron bars and starts shaking them. And Matt is just standing there outside the cage, reveling in her panic, soaking up her fear like a sponge. It's a messy, unfiltered, emotional train wreck of a scene. I am physically shaking, typing this. The symbolism of locking the beloved, fiercely independent Chakravarti Newman in a cage is just sick. It personally attacked my soul. I feel like I need therapy after watching her realize she is completely trapped, with no way out, and nobody even knows she's there because she went rogue. But wait, the tea gets even darker. Why did he put her in a cage? Why keep her alive? Because Matt Clark's ultimate endgame isn't even Nick or Sharon. It's Victor Newman. Yes, the mustache himself. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on, Matt wants to use Sharon to psychologically torture Victor. He knows that Victor is all about control, all about his legacy, and fiercely protective of his family's image and power. By holding the mother of Victor's grandchildren hostage in a literal dog cage, Matt is planning to break Victor's mind. It's an insane, world-ending tea right here. Matt is basically weaponizing Sharon to get back at Victor for everything that happened in the past, for every time Victor outsmarted him or locked him away. He wants Victor to watch his family crumble, knowing he is utterly powerless to stop it. The absolute cinematic mayhem of Matt plotting to bring down Victor Newman using Sharon as bait is just chef's kiss for drama, but also I genuinely hate it so much. And to make it even more twisted, Matt has this whole surveillance set up. He's monitoring her through his phone, just like he was watching Nick writhe in agony at the gas station earlier. He's a total voyeur of pain. He literally pulls out his phone, opens a live feed app, and watches Sharon crying and shaking the bars of the cage. It's so disturbing. I am genuinely sick to my stomach over it. He's treating human suffering like it's a reality TV show he's binge watching. The camera pans to his phone screen, and we see Sharon huddled in the corner of this cold, dark, iron cage, and Matt is just smirking in the shadows. I had to pause the episode and scream into a pillow for a solid 5 minutes because the injustice of it all is just too much. How is he always one step ahead? And do you know what makes this even more infuriating? Do you know what Victor is doing right now while Sharon is in a literal cage? Victor is in Genoa City, sitting in his plush leather chair, blackmailing Phyllis Summers with fake AI-generated emails. He's literally playing petty corporate games, trying to steal Summers' company while his family is being hunted for sport in Las Vegas. The irony is physically painful. I am spiraling over these choices. If Victor knew, he would rain hellfire, but he's too busy being a corporate tyrant to notice that his son is dying and his former daughter-in-law is locked in a cage. And don't even get me started on the vibes of Victor's office compared to that rusty warehouse. It's just sick. I'm calling it right now. The villain arc is about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because there is no way Victor and Adam are going to let this slide once they finally realize what is happening. When Adam realizes Sharon is missing from the hospital waiting room, oh, it's over. Spider is going to come out to play, and Matt is going to regret the day he was born. And Victor, when Victor gets that inevitable video feed of Sharon in a cage, Victor is going to unleash the full wrath of Newman Enterprises on this man. But right now, in this exact moment, Matt has all the power, and Sharon's life is hanging by a literal thread. I am so deep in the lore that my grip on reality is slipping, making it absolutely clear that this situation is now my entire personality. I am not okay. This specific betrayal, this specific setup, it feels like a manic voice note sent to the group chat at 4 a.m. because it's just totally extra, zero chill, and purely human terror. Sharon thought she was doing the right thing, trying to save the man she loves, and now she is paying the ultimate price. I am genuinely terrified for her. If Matt decides he's bored of torturing Victor, he could just snap his fingers and it's over for Sharon. We need a rescue mission. We need Adam to stop pacing the ER. We need Victor to stop blackmailing Phyllis for 5 seconds and pay attention to the fact that his family is literally being held in cages. Okay, I have to go breathe into a paper bag now because my brain is visibly buffering from the sheer audacity of this plot. Let me know in the comments if you are as unwell as I am, because I cannot do this alone.